Gentlemen, welcome to the Degenerate Racing League Assetto Corsa division. We are live at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium for this Grand Prix this evening, as we have the final few cars completing their practice runs, and that will start qualifying. And the green light is a go for qualifying. 15 minutes lap times around the circuit will average in the 2:21s, so there will be limited time for all the drivers to get across. You may get 2 or 3 flying laps at best, so all the drivers are going to look to scatter out of the pit lane here. First out is Alan in the 668 Ferrari for the Click and Bell Mattis Racing. Next out will be Grant, part of the TSQ or Team TSQ in the Asimov. Next out will be Blunden and Ricky Bobby. Blunden with the Woodcutters Local 451 and Ricky Bobby Shake and Bake the American. Out after him will be Sean Ches of Pickle Party. No one else seems to be following right now. Spa-Francorchamps, one of my favorite tracks to watch, no matter what the racing is. GT3, Le Mans, F1, doesn't matter. Like it all. Love the track. There will prove to be a lot of action here, especially up Radion and Eau Rouge. Next up is going to be Braden Breeze of On the Rush 666. Hopefully that number will provide good luck and not mean his demise here at Spa-Francorchamps. Alan will be first up to start his flying lap. Next is Burton Macklin of Swine Flu Syndicate. He will be on his way next. Ronald Swanson of Scuderia Bossacalo, I butchered that so bad, is next up on track. No one else right now is following suit. Nairaz's, I believe, have crashed because he does not appear to be in the server right now. Just checking everything. See anything wrong right now? So we will go ahead and stick on to Alan, who's doing his first flying lap, Don Fossman, and then there's Grant of TSQ taking a little bit of the curve so far and keeping his lap valid. This is Gareth going up Eau Rouge, having to slow down a little bit in order to keep it on the track, but manages to keep it on the track and not in the wall. Sean Ches does a valiant effort all of his own. Same with Ricky Bubby. And then there goes W, cutting the track a lot. His lap will be invalidated for sure. And Ronald Swanson, the last of the drivers so far, goes up Radion, up Eau Rouge, down the Kemmel Straight, just fine. We'll go over to Ellen. He will set a 2:21.9. That is the time for the drivers to beat. Number 11, Don Fossman, starts his flying lap. Grant of TSQ will finish his 2:23.2. Good enough so far for P2. No other drivers has crossed the line yet. We are already 10 minutes left in qualifying. So next up across the line will be Sean Ches. What time can he provide? 2:24.8. Next across the line will be Ricky Bubby. Shake and Bake, the American. What time can he provide to us? 2:25.4. Gareth Blunden starts his lap now. I do believe he invalidated, but he starts his lap. Frank Castle starts his flying lap. Bert Macklin invalidated going up Radion in Eau Rouge. He will try his flying lap once again. Kevin Polnick starts his flying lap. Ronald Swanson, see what he can provide on his flying lap. He goes P5, 2:27.8. Rocker, I do believe, invalidated on his flying lap, so he's just getting ready to go again. Nothing changed. Allen goes P1 again, 2:21.3. Doesn't look like anything has changed. Don Fossman on his flying lap, 2:27. 2:22 now for Grant, extends his lead. Sean Ches is up next. Mitch has made it into the garage. Good for him. He will finally be able to set a lap, but he will have to do it quickly. Sean Ches does improve, but stays P4. Ricky Bubby stays P3. Ricky Bubby improves as well, and then takes P3 from... Blunden goes P4. Good lap by both those drivers, taking 3-4 respectively. Frank Castle does need to get his flying lap started, or at least a move on. 2:22.6 is not going to be good enough. And what about Swine Flu Syndicate? That would have been a 22:21. But he invalidates. Kevin Polnick finishes his flying lap, and goes P3 with a 2:22.9. Good enough for P3. Some drivers are struggling with the track limits. Most Swine Flu Syndicate players make it out of that. Number 34, Jacob Stokovko gets ready. I'm just going to call him Jacob from now on. Don't butcher that. All right, let's see. Can Braden Brees keep it legal in this last turn? Yes, he can. So far, so good. He'll be able to set his lap time. And hopefully it can be a good one. Hopefully he can get himself somewhere in the top 5. But let's see how he does across the line here. He sets a time of 2:22.7. Good enough for P3. Allen across the line next. So far, P1. Does he improve? Yes, he does. He goes to a 2:29. Improving his lead onto P1. Don Fostman. His last valid lap was a 2:27.2. Can he make the gap less from 7th to 8th. He does 225.8, getting closer, but not close enough to change positions. Nairati gets ready to do his flying lap. Sean Ches getting ready to hopefully improve on his lap time. It was at 224.5. Will he show any improvement? So far, the Swine Flu Syndicate group is so far valid on their lap. Sean Ches does not improve. Garth Blunden, a 224.4. His last time out, a 223.4. A full second puts him up into P5. Now, where can Frank Castle and Burke Macklin, racing favorites for this race, go? Frank Castle puts it into P1 with a 225. Burke Macklin, a 222. Good enough for P1 and Castle P2. As expected, favorites so far in this pre-season race, cementing where they truly belong up on the grid. Ricky Bobby getting ready to start his flying lap. Ronald Swanson, 223.5 last time. 224.6, good enough for P10. Frank Castle, I believe, is at an off in Radion Eau Rouge. Jacob, 219.1 the last lap, but it was invalidated, so he will not be able to use that time. Rocker Ace, where are they at right now? Is that nope, he lost that lap. That is unfortunate for him. There's not much time left. You have to be out on track right now. That would have been a 222 set. That would have been improvement, but not by much. Allen's had it off, so he's slowing down, getting ready to most likely start his final flying lap. All the drivers are currently out on the pits, and that will be Allen's qualifying. He will finish P3 at the minimum. That will be it for him. Number 11, Don Fossman. Mitch is flying. Number 11, Don Fossman, a 225.8 the last time. What does he do now? 225.7, and Nairads goes P1, a 219.6. Good enough for provisional pole. And with 225 left to go, he can do another qualifying lap. Sean Ches, most likely his he can do another flying lap. 226.2, he was getting ready for another lap. Blunden, 223.5, he can still do another lap. Little almost a cutoff there from the Swine Flu Syndicate. Number 16 is done for the session. That would be Sean Ches. All right, here comes Bert and Grant getting ready to start their final flying laps. Oh, and that's going to be unfortunate for Nairez as he invalidates. He's going to have to get past Fossman really fast if he wants to be able to do another flying lap. He's going to have to find the time. Polnick starts his flying lap. Who's that going into the pit stuff? Jacob will not get a valid time on the board. Unfortunate for him. As here comes Frank Castle getting ready to start his final lap. Breeze now now sixth. Can he improve? He will have time to do one more lap, but he's got to make it quick. He only needs to improve by a little bit to get ahead of Grant. And he does not improve. He will have one more chance. Here comes Don Fossman in the provisional pole. Mitch. They should each have time to cross the line as Fossman goes wide and invalidates. Oh, never mind. He does not. According to the game, he does not invalidate. Both Fossman and Mitch will have one more chance to fly. But after these two cross the line, that will be it. Fossman does improve, but does not improve position. So what can the rest of these drivers do? Grant, session is over. As here we go, all the drivers that are left need to cross the line. Whoever's in the pits or in on an invalid lap, their session is over. Grant will finish P5 at the minimum. Blunden crosses the line with a 2:23.2, improves but does not improve position. Let's see, can Burt Macklin Swine Flu Syndicate take provisional pole away? Yes, he can with a 2:19.3. Good enough for provisional pole right now. Next across the line will be Ricky Bobby Shake and Bake. What can he do to improve his time? Can he find an extra second off his lap time? That's what he needs. No, he does not. Kevin Polnick goes up into P5. Grant falls down to 6. After invalidating his lap, Kevin goes up to 5. Swanson does not improve. Where can Frank Castle put his car? He keeps it P3. So the cars to watch right now. On the team on the rush. Braden Breeze looking to get out of 7th place. If he can find 3/10, 3/10 and a bit, he can move up to P5. Nairats needs to find 3/10 and he's on provisional pole. He will get pole. And he invalidates, so he will not get pole position. He will start P2. And Breeze finds the time and goes P5. That is qualifying over. The race will start in 5 minutes' time. So we will go through the pole order once again. Getting ready from the cam. So we have Burt Macklin, Nairati, Castle, Luang, Breeze, Polinick, Zahara, Swanson, Blunden, Bobby, Ches, Fossman, and Stofko. And with 2.5 minutes to session start time, welcome back. Had to have a brief intermission there myself. We will get ready for the race, 45 minutes in duration. Again, the order as shown on your screen. All drivers need to make a mandatory tire and fuel change. That is mandatory under the regulations. But other than that, ready to go. 2 minutes until the session start. Thank you very much for joining us here today. I look forward to experiencing this race with you here at Spa-Francorchamps. One more minute until session start, and then we will get the drivers and cars ready to go. This is the best way to get all the cars in one shot. And as you heard the crew chief say, 30 seconds until race start.
20 seconds.
Are we gonna have a SpaceX countdown here? 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
We can have a 5-second mark. Nope. But 3, 2, 1. All right. Cars are just randomly disappearing. Don't know why that is. All right, soon we will have rows of 2. Everyone's side by side. Swanson is starting from the pit lane. As here we go. Green lights are... Is it not going to be a standing start? I don't believe we're going to have a rolling start. Lights are green, 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 and off we go here at Spa. And we have all the drivers going up now. Swanson starting from the pit lane. Everything looks good, neat and tidy right now. And there's a stop-go penalty for number 37. 30 seconds, Swanson. Back to the helicopter shot. I'm unable to get the stuff off my screen, which is unfortunate. But so far, we continue to move on. So, nothing has changed in the order. Actually, Breeze has actually gotten ahead of Luang here. Oh, and that's a sliding Ricky Bobby across the track. He will lose a place to Stofko. There we go. Got it cleared off my screen. We're happy here. So far, the race leader is Bert Macklin, followed by Nairad's Frank Castle, Breeze, Luang. Luang's right on the tail. Grant has Kevin Polnick also on his tail. See, can Kevin get anything started with this toe? This long back straight, providing a great opportunity into the heavy braking zone as Polnick goes wide and will lose a little bit of time. Overtaking possibility there, not anymore. Grant, Blunden, and Jacob are getting very close together. Jacob having the pace at this track, just not able to get any good qualifying times in. Looking to make an overtaking possibility. So far, no one right now. Bree is currently holding the fastest lap, actually. London and Stavko. We're up Radion and Eau Rouge together. That can be kind of scary if you're a driver. A little bit of bump draft in there. And here's another overtaking opportunity. Stavko getting right into the back. And is he going to make a late braking attempt? He thinks about it, but stays behind for now. That is a stop-go 30-second time penalty for Swanson. Unfortunate for him, the longest pit series. And Stavko goes up the inside. Oh, it's a little bit of a fight back as Blunden makes contact with the rear panel. And down goes Stavko, almost comes back onto the track and falls down into 12th. Unfortunate for him. So we got Lang, Breeze, Grant here, all getting slowly and closer and closer. Breeze looking to hold off right now, hold off this charge by the cars coming on behind him. Lang looking to get better acceleration, better traction. Getting into that draft behind Breeze. Breeze trying to cover him off any way he can. Grant looking to also take advantage of this slipstream. Breeze defending the inside and doing it well. All drivers staying very mellow right now. We'll go back to helicopter cam here. Just enjoying the action as time goes along. Swanson has just come ahead out of the leader, so he will not be lapped. Nairats takes the fastest lap, trying to pull away from Frank Castle. Breeze still in fourth with all these drivers behind him. Allen, Grant, Palnick, London a little bit too far back to be involved in the conversation. But if another driver spins or goes off, it can easily be taken back. I know we're only 2 laps in, but we'll take a look at the timetable. So far, so good, all between the drivers. We go back to the broadcast map. This is the battle right now between Breeze, Lang, and Grant, the battle for fourth. Swanson letting number 32 go. He will soon have to let number 5 go. This is the battle here. This is the one that we're watching. Ooh, a little bit of a bad angle by Breeze. It's going to be Breeze and Lang into the braking zone here at the bus stop. Breeze defended the inside, but now has to go around the outside. Who will get better traction? So far, it looks like Breeze. We will approach now turn 1, and so far, Breeze looks to have taken back 4th place right now. Little bit of contact between Breeze and Allen. This will allow... Oh, no! Another more contact between Grant and Breeze. This has allowed Palnick and Lang to get ready to fight side by side. Upper Rouge is out. Who's going to back out? Palnick backs out. not wanting to fight side by side up a Rouge. That will allow Grant to make this overtake work, as they will go side by side here. We got Fossman and Skofko making up places after that little bit of contact. Fossman and Ches battling out in the back here. Oh, as Allen shoves it up the inside of Grant. There's a battle going on here in the midfield. Palnick is right behind Grant. Breeze trying to get away from all this fighting. Ooh, Allen getting much better traction than the McLaren. This can be a little tight here between Sean Ches. Depending on who gets the better grip down this. These four drivers battling for fourth are so close together. Breeze doing his best to just try and defend. Pre-season race or not, they're just trying to defend. And so far, great defending by the McLaren. Allen not wanting to fight just yet. This has actually allowed Jacob to get into the mix here, should he get fast enough too. Sean Ches makes it past Don Fossman as we go back. One by one, they all approach turn one. As you can see, they're all so close together. Breeze goes up Eau Rouge, followed by Allen, followed by Grant, followed by Palnick, followed by Jacob. And not too far behind is actually Blunden. So we'll go back to the helicopter cam. All the drivers are so close together right now. This is the battle to watch. They still all have to do one mandatory pit stop for tires and fuel. Breeze and Lang so far, as Jacob's getting really close. He might go for the overtake on Kevin, and that is what he will do. He will make that overtake work. But can Allen do the same on Breeze at some point? Because Jacob is coming and Grant is his next target. Mitch with the fastest lap in an effort to try and catch the swine flu leader of Macklin. Grant's going to have to battle Jacob here. They're going to go side by side. Jacob not giving Grant as nearly as much space as probably Grant would have liked. He will lose out on that position to Jacob. Breeze will have to do a little bit more defending than what he's probably wanting to do. As so far, Allen will look to make up that spot. They are going wheel to wheel, side by side. What will Breeze do here? Just avoids contact. Jacob, however, ready to fight for that position. You're going to get a little bit of interestingness here. Oh, Breeze loses out. That is unfortunate for the McLaren driver. He's got to be careful about how he comes back onto the track. That is unfortunate for him. That has allowed Jacob to go up from last to now P4. It'll be Grant and Kevin. Blunden, this has actually allowed Blunden to get into 7th, followed by Breeze and Lang. Nairad's trying to catch Burt Macklin of Swine Flu Syndicate. Frank Castle doing his best to try and keep up. Jacob now on his own. Grant P5, Kevin P6, Breeze and Blunden are fighting it out right now. Breeze managing to get past Blunden, but so far Blunden takes that position back. Oh, Blunden has an issue. Oh, almost loses the car. Loses the spot to Breeze. Manages to stave off Allen for now. 32, getting closer to Macklin. Kevin getting a great tow right now. Kevin going to be losing a lot of time from that. You will have Breeze, Blunden, and Allen getting ready to come up, getting ready to get closer to him. Sadly, unlike an F1, there's no DRS zones here, so it's all about the tow. Blue flag shown for Swanson as he takes the escape road, trying to stay out of the way of the fights right now. It's back onto the track. Great, Kevin's still close. Blenden's going to lose it to Lang here. Yep. Allen completes the overtake. Breeze is his next target. Breeze having driven a fine race other than the contact he had. So far doing great right now. Nyrad's on the rush, trying to get close. Number 19 has a moment, Patrick. He goes all the way down into 9th. Lang and Breeze getting closer and closer. A little bit of curve from Allen there. Oh, that is a major accident from Blunden. That looks bad as he falls down into 10th, and he will go into the pit lane to most likely repair his car. Breeze held off Allen. Allen had to go to the escape road for braking. Fossman gets past Sanchez. London in the pit, the longest pit in the history of the world at this point. Top three getting ever so closer to each other. Breeze catching up to Ronald Swanson. Ever so closer. Blue flags, I do believe, are being waved. Yep. There's number 5 boxes. Most likely for a change of tires and refueling. Nyrads might be able to get a tow here. Breeze Allen still holding strong there. But let's see, what can the McLaren driver of Team On the Rush do? We'll keep an eye on them as they get closer, hopefully. London has done his pit commitments under the regulations. He is go. He's the first to stop even after experiencing damage. Number 26, Ricky Bobby, does his pit stop. So we have a yellow flag. And that is Rocker having a moment. Back to green. He is says he's P6, but I do believe he is P5. Don't know where the game goes off reading this, probably because who got ahead of him? Oh, Lang got ahead of him. Because of his moment. So this will now Breeze and Kevin, the two McLarens, different teammates. Breeze goes a little bit wide. Kevin's setting up to possibly look around the outside. Breeze defends it well. Number 4 pits. That allows number 32 to inherit the lead of the race. Followed by Jacob. He won't have long to celebrate, the McLaren driver. Number 23 pits. Does Allen follow suit? Yes, he does. Ronald Swanson, does he follow suit? No, he does not. He is trying to unlap himself. What about number 666 and 19? They do as well. Not number 19, however. He stays out. London also stays out. He has done his lap commitment, so he can go. What about 16 and 11? They still need to stop. Neither of them will commit to stopping just yet. We'll stick on with number 32, number 34. They are the closest right now. Drivers are stopping for their mandatory stop, refuel, tires, all that shebang. Oh, little bit of space left open. Is he going to try and shove it up his inside? Mitch defending it well so far as they both begin to break, and Jacob looks to overtake going from...
You're halfway through. Keep it up.
As we approach the halfway point, Jacob makes it through. Will Jacob go into the box? No. Oh, a little bit of a spin move by Mitch. That might cost him some track position, as he will go to box. Closest battle right now is Don Fossman and Sean Ches. No, actually we have a closer battle out of the pits. Allen and Grant. Number 19, Kevin, does in fact go to box. So, Nairads, Polnick, and Fossman all box right now. Sean Ches electing to continue. Lang starting to get away from Grant. All the drivers starting to space out a little bit. As Burt will pass and go into P3. Swine Flu Syndicate will pass and go P4. Mitch being undercut by number 5. Closest battle is so far Allen and Grant. That is the battle right now. Ches and Jacob still need to box, as Jacob will box now. Sean Ches, the only driver that still needs to box. Everyone out, and Swanson. Only drivers left that need to box right now. So we have yellow flags. That's for number 37. He's just going to get off the track and hit the barrier a little hard there. That will bring out the yellow flags. Will that bring out a safety car, though? Polnick gets a drive-through penalty. That's not what you want to see, especially with this long of a pit lane. All right. Let's see. When does Jacob release? And Jacob releases. Number 4 will most likely get by. But what about number 5? It doesn't look like he'll get by. So far, the tightest battle right now is Fossman and Breeze. Polnick getting ready to serve his drive-through. Breeze now in 8th. All the drivers spaced out right now. Burt Macklin of Swine Flu Syndicate, P1. Jacob, P2. Frank Castle, P3. Nyrod's P4. Lang, 5. Grant, 6. Bobby, 7. Breeze, 8. Fossman, 9. Sanchez, 10. Blunden, 11. Polnick, 12th. And Swatson in 13th. And that is Polnick in the wall. As he gets back out onto the track. Almost squeezes him there. So far, all the drivers spaced out right now. Swanson still needs to serve his mandatory pit stop. Ricky Bobby trying to just get around because here comes Breeze. Oh, Breeze getting a much better run. Which one will be on last on the brakes? Breeze trying to do a little bit of a cheeky switchback. However, I don't think very much is going to be made of it. We'll keep following them. This is the closest right now between the two drivers. Oh, he's almost losing control there. Managing to save it and not lose much time.
The leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.